Coming to you live from the north bank of the Yukon River in Alaska. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
And I'm live. We're live. Hello, everybody. And first of all, before I forget, thank you, Joy Schneider, for that super chat before the beginning of the live stream. Says, please say hello to my wonderful wife, Beverly. Well, hello, Beverly, from Alaska. And there it is. Here we are. I'm trying to see here. And well, that one is no longer here. Someone became a chief pelican head, and I can't see it now. I guess it was Entry. Hello, yes, we're live, and just a word of advice here. We may lose the connection. We're using Starlink. It has been great, very stable for the past half an hour. But you know, with this software and Starlink, if there's like the slightest outage, and where we are, you know, there's nothing. There's no internet. There's no LTE. No plan B for this one. But you are overmodulated. I am overmodulated. Let me see. How about now? You know what? I'm using the wrong microphone. I apologize for that. Now it should be less overmodulated. Maybe a little more off axis, but thank you for letting me know. I was using the webcam's microphone for some reason. My software defaulted to that one. Well, thank you. I hope I sound better now, not like like this. Gabriel Holistic Care, hello from Northern California. Brandon Baragri, hello Robert and everyone. Went to Alaska last summer down Barreiros. It's truly amazing. Seeing eagles took my breath away. You know, I haven't been able to see an eagle. The KOA in Fairbanks supposedly has an eagle that lives in the bag, so I'm gonna look it up. Jim in DC, good level coming from you. I'm sure it's great. Sounds good. Now, thank you, Lucky Dog Production moderator Sue and all the other moderators. Thank you for being here. For the film, Robert, your videos are awesome. Thank you. I really enjoyed making them, and this is gonna be one of those trips. Amaranto Cabrera, happy Friday and pre-4th of July weekend, my friend Robert. I'm glad you made it. Where no Minitini have gone before. Actually, I want to show you a video. This was about 3 hours ago. If I can find it. I shouldn't be doing this live on TV, but I want to show you. This is what it looked like. Here we are, Coldfoot, Alaska. Well, yeah, Minitini, it looks like it's got a fresh coat of paint. The date is wrong. Thank you for letting me know. You know, it's one of those things that it's one of those somewhat discombobulated days. And in fact, I am not even gonna drink a beer today because I still have about 3 hours of driving left today. So, of course, it is morning. Paul Kizanis, sounds good, Robert, and I like your shirt there on that picture. Hello, darling Barcelo. Cecilia, hello, Robert. Plantation, Florida. Cool town. Stephen Griffin, happy Friday, Robert. Long time since we've watched an RV chat live. Cheers. What's your IPA today? As I said, no IPA for me today. I'll have one this afternoon. Actually, I do have a whole bunch of Alaska IPA, probably a Hoodoo IPA. That's what I'm gonna have from Fairbanks. But yeah, no. Hello, Ili Alma moderators and all the Pelican heads from Shirley Han. Happy 4th of July weekend. Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, Mom is actually on a cruise ship right now. One of those leisurely travel. Hello, Anthony Giordano. Hi, everyone. I'm here too. I'm Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Well, he's way up north. The air is thinner up near the Arctic Ocean, Arctic Circle. Well, we actually just south of the Arctic Circle right now. We just crossed it about an hour ago. There's a huge truck there on the Dalton. And let me tell you that the Dalton is a lot rougher than I remember from 13 years ago. I think I don't know. It's 13 years ago. Especially the southern part felt a lot smoother than it's being. I mean, it's being there's been some rough parts, but I'm happy to report. I mean, the TD4 here has survived the worst part miraculously well. I mean, yeah, I have a drawer that it's having a little trouble coming in and out, but I've had trouble with that drawer since day one almost, and the range seems a little loose, and I've been finding screws on the floor, after some of the bumpier parts of the road, and I think they belong to the range. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna see if I can repair that. But other than that, and Matthias Jursek, hello to all peoples in USA. Greetings from Little Austria. USA and Robert, best in the world. Thank you so much. And Anthony Misirlis, wish I was in Alaska and not in the oven that is Texas, preheating for the summer. LOL. Well, it is a balmy 66 degrees right now, but yesterday afternoon in Dead Horse was in the high 40s. I didn't do the full polar bear club. I thought about it, but I chickened out last minute. I only went into the ocean to my knees, which was enough for this time around. El Mandalorian, would be cool to have an outdoor live shot on the corner of your screen as we listen to you. This is the thing. Look at my window here. It's extremely dirty, and it's not a pretty place. This is just the Yukon River station. It's the only gas station for 240 miles to the north, and I believe 180 to the south. So very remote. In fact, they have a very interesting system for you to pay for the gas. You give them your credit card, then you come out. You pump your gas. Then you take a picture of the pump with the total. By the way, $7.50 here for regular unleaded gasoline. They take a picture with your phone. You show her the picture, and then she charges you. Alaska is very peculiar in certain. Darlene Barcelo, Robert, have you had any good meals up there? You know what? Alaska hasn't been the culinary event, not yet. We were in Fairbanks. We were thinking of going to something called the salmon bake, and we went to the pump house, which is supposed to be the culinary experience here. But we went on Sunday for Ili's birthday, and it was Sunday brunch. So it was a great Sunday brunch. But I have a feeling now that once we get to Anchorage, Seward, Homer, I hear Homer, the food is amazing. So this is early days. This is the beginning of the Alaska trip, if you will. Gary May, those rough roads will shake your screws and nuts loose. Yeah, it's everything has held up. The things that haven't held up the most are like my computer mount here, and things that I've installed myself. Actually, the Berkey water filter is miraculously in its place through all this. Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. Robert, have you been watching a number of RV shows in the last 3 years? You show way more places. You travel to than most others. A good number of others show. Oh man, I can't even read today. Show lots of fix it or upgrades. We love your shows. Yeah, I mean, and I could do a fix and upgrade channel too, but I'm not very good at it, you know. And I think that's the way I do it. And most of the channels that I watch are actually people like that actually show places, like A plus K, for example. And you know, and I'm not as much into the how-to channels unless something breaks, and then I search for the thing that broke. And of course, RV with Tito or somebody more knowledgeable will have a. Why is petrol so high in Alaska? Says Bob Leach. Well, it's in Fairbanks. You can find it for low fours, high threes. You know, 390. Actually 430. It's been in Fairbanks for the most part. But we are here in the middle of nowhere, northern Alaska. This is, and I'm sorry. I think I'm buffering. If we lose the connection, we'll begin another one. Oh, I'm buffering. I'm buffering pretty bad. Stephen Loy, hi Robert. I nearly hard to believe that you are so far away. I hope to see you sometime on your way home. Let me see. Let me see how Starlink is doing, because I think we're gonna lose the connection any moment. And I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah, there wasn't. According to Starlink, there was not an outage. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, I see that the live stream is way it's buffering quite a bit for me here. Anthony Miss Cyrilis, did you deflate your tires, Robert? It'll help with those roads. Probably need an IPA to read better when you're down and back. You know, the thing is that these glasses are not good anymore. And if I leave them on, you know, I could see far away, but up close, it's getting worse and worse. So says Daniel Ruiz Frozen. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the buffering. Hopefully it'll improve. I know now we are like a minute behind. So let me get back here. The Traveling Man, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Traveling Robert and fellow Pelican Heads from St. Albans, New York. Please say hello to my wife, Valerie. Thank you. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Valerie from Alaska. Darlene praying Robert keeps his connection. I really hope so too. Hey, the RV DJ. Thanks for the super chat, Traveling Man. RV DJ. I'm going to have like a non-alcoholic beverage today. Jim and DC. Hey Sonia, frozen drinks for everyone. Cheers. I see I'm not buffering anymore. I have high hopes. Tim Goodall. Hi Robert, how often do you change your tires on Mini Teeny? Will you be replacing them when getting back? Safe travels. If they wear out right now, they're doing great, and this one doesn't seem to have any uneven wear issue. So we'll see. The tires on Starship though, Starship's got almost 40,000 miles. So I mean they're still good. They still have good tread, but by the time I get back to Florida, if I am gonna do like a Utah off-roading trip. I'm gonna have to do the new tires. Roboto, Mr. Roboto, is this your boondocking site for the night? Nope. No, we are so ready for full hookups right now. We're going back to Fairbanks. Mark Jones, what are the dates of no live streams? Good question. I don't even know, but I can tell you here. It's going to be, today is what? June 30th, the last day of June. We're going to have a live stream either on the 7th or the 14th. This is what I'm going to do. The 8th is my birthday. Saturday. We might do a live stream on that Saturday. And that's also going to coincide with the date when we reach a 250,000 subscribers. It's gonna happen sometime next week if all goes well. So if we can time it so we can do a countdown to the 250,000, we'll do it on that Saturday instead of Friday. We'll figure it out, but yeah, definitely next Friday there's no live stream, but we may have one on Saturday, and there may be a Sunday somewhere along the way where we're not gonna have a video, because I'm starting to fall behind here. I had like a 2 week. I was 2 weeks ahead of time, but slowly but surely I'm starting to. What would be the best route to travel from Florida to Alaska? Well, I'll ask Google, but I think it took me through places I had already been before, like Nashville, and then South Dakota, and I think we were gonna cross the border somewhere in eastern Montana. So I did my own route, which actually is gonna took an extra few hours, but we got to see the Colorado Rockies. Actually, we did kind of hug the Rockies on the way north. Kramer's 36357. Hi Robert, what kind of camera do you use that zooms in and out so amazing? From Phoenix, Arizona. It is a Sony FDR AX53, pretty old camera by today's standards, but it's a camcorder. It's a grandpa camcorder. That's what it is. I really love. And people look at me weird sometimes when I whip it out, because nobody uses camcorders anymore. But I like the form factor. I like the one-hand operation. With one hand, I can do 90% of the things that I would ever want to do with that camcorder. Kevin Bentley, thank you for that super chat. Greetings and happy Friday. The next half gallon of gas on me. Thank you, Kevin. It's gonna get cheaper once we get back into civilization. I'm gonna put my last half gallon. Actually, yeah, I'm like half a tank. So I'm gonna put my last half tank here. My last fill up in I think it was $165. My last fill up in this place where you saw the video that I just showed you. This one. Here we are, Coldfoot, Alaska. That's the world's northernmost truck stop, or at least America's northernmost truck stop. I don't know if in Norway or somewhere they have one that is farther north. Josh DiCarlo, hey Robert, watching right now in Massachusetts with my 8-year-old daughter Gianna, who knows your intro music by heart. She'd love a shout out from you. Hey Gianna, I'm riding in my RV, exploring coast to coast. I'm toasting you tonight with a shot of Curveball barbecue flavored whiskey. That sounds interesting. Well, tonight when I get to the campground, I might do just that. Today it's been it's gonna be a long day of driving, but we have to. This is what happened. Remember that Christmas movie that the guy's dumping the black tank because the S word is full. Well, our both our holding tanks were full, and there's only one dump station in the entire Dalton Highway. They lied to us. When you get to the map, there's a dump station symbol at the Arctic and Prudhoe Bay. There's no dump station up there, so we had to hightail it down here because I wanted to look presentable for you guys. So I had to take a shower and all that, and we just dumped 5 miles north of here. Mike DeLavy, you motivate my wife and I when you start a new adventure. Thanks for the videos. Safe travels in Alaska. By the way, how many miles do you put on your pickup before trading away for a new one? Well, old Kia had 150 miles. The Colorado had 125 around ish, 130. And I didn't trade it in. I mean, it would have lasted several, probably another couple years. I mean, it was all highway miles. It was all towing miles, but highway miles. But I wanted to get something a little bigger, a little better to tow, a little more off-road capable, and the opportunity arrived to get Starship. RV cruising. Hi from the viewpoint at the Ventana Grill in Pismo Beach, California. That's a beautiful place. Say hello to all the pelicans up there and say, fly, pelican. Jerome, that movie is the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Best Christmas movie ever. Yeah, that is correct. Well, I almost felt like saying that yesterday. when I go to Dead Horse, and I asked everywhere, and the one dump station that they used to have is shut down. So no dump stations for 414 miles. No, less. How much is from here to Dead Horse? Probably 300 miles. Life after work. Thank you for that super chat. Please say hi to my cousin PJ, who is catching salmon for me, and hello to the Reddock family in Stockton, California. Safe travels, Robert. Well, hello PJ. Save me some salmon. And the Reddock family. Hello there. Exploring coast to coast. Our RV trip didn't work out this year, so we're going on a cruise to Alaska in late August. And for most people, that's the way to do it. You know, in reality, I mean, I haven't been there yet, but according to what I've seen and read and heard, southern Alaska is the most beautiful area. We went to this northern place. You know, I got the most beautiful footage of the midnight sun, and I wanted to be in a place like this where it doesn't get dark for months at a time. You know, we haven't seen night in like a month. It's being a little disconcerting, to be honest about it. I think it's playing a little with our biorhythms, as I've said before. Thank you, Bienes y Raíces in 360 con Frank Navas, for that super chat. Thank you so much. And Fred Workman, thank you for that super chat. And it says, love your show. Here's some money for half gallon of gas. Please give a shout out to Fred and Lauren. Hey, Fred and Lauren. And Colin McSherry. Robert, have you ever visited Newfoundland, Canada? No, we might do it on this trip. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how early in the trip we get that itch to go back to Florida. I don't know if it's gonna happen early in the trip, but we'll see. Bienes y Raíces, thank you for another super chat. Thank you so much. Hello from Tengami, Ontario, Canada. We have a spot for you to stay here on your way home. Cheers, Grayson and August. Well, I'll let you know, or send me an email so I remember, because you know, these chats are kind of, I could look it up after the fact, but they're kind of ephemeral. But we're definitely going to be passing through Ontario. I hear Northwest Ontario is beautiful. It's very remote. Ginny, when we went to Chaco Canyon in New Mexico, the road was the roughest one I have ever been on. When we got flat on the trailer because the trailer alignment was off. Maybe check yours. Well, so far so good. Almost 700 miles on really, for the most part, bad road, and it's one of those things. You know, I did the Dalton Highway back in 2010, so 13 years ago, and at the time I wondered what it would be like to do it with an RV. Granted, a truck camper or a camper van 4x4, if possible, would be a much better choice for this road. But it's Minitini has held up well. But just the fact that there are no dump stations and there are like 3 campgrounds. I mean, you can boondog pretty much anywhere. Last night we boondogged at one of the Vista points, and it was beautiful. 390 Wagon Master, thank you for that super chat. Kevin bought you a half-gallon of gas. I want to buy you another half-gallon. Cheers from Salt Lake City. Thank you. I appreciate it. Luckily, gas is going to be a little less expensive once we get back to Fairbanks, even south of Fairbanks, the more populated area of Alaska. This up here, there's more, probably more caribou than people. Floyd McIntyre, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Rafael Munoz, 105 in California, 110 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. And Nash is here. William Brody is here. If by the way, if I miss some of your comments, typing again. Lily Strain, hello there. Robert and Lily from Mike and Lily. Just started a new batch of cherry vodka. Thought of you. Oh man, that cherry vodka, that stuff is dangerous. Come to Rapid City, please. Rapid City, lovely town, lots to do in the area, but I don't think I'm gonna be going there this year, to be honest. But we'll be back because there's still a couple of things we haven't done in the area, like Wind Cave. Ventana Grill Pismo, that's a Kardashian hangout. Well, we were among celebrities then when we were there. Lovely restaurant, lovely view. Sean Peterson, actually all of Ontario is beautiful, especially for RVing, and if you end up here in Atlantic Canada, I'm sure you will be amazed as well. Suntan lotion not always required, mind you. Okay. Let me see here, because this chat Bienes Raíces, getting ideas for our next adventure. We are planning to buy a travel RV in the next 6 to 9 months. Lots to prepare. Yeah, it's enjoy that. That's when the fun begins, when you get your why am I seeing this here and not there? You see some this but I can see it here. William Brody celebrating 20 months as a Chief Pelican Head. Have you tried reindeer yet? The Dalton is crazy in the winter. Yeah, I used to watch that show, Ice Road Truckers, and that's part of the reason why we did the Dalton back in 2010. But I did try reindeer when I was here in 2010. I was gonna try it again at the pump house, but we went for Sunday brunch. We didn't realize that Sunday brunch. Jim and DC, how can they be oil spills but no dump station? They had a dump station, but for like the trucks, the trucks that they pump it out. And I went to the place, and I'm like, can I dump? And I'm like, no, you don't have the right equipment. Seriously. And Gibson, what wildlife have you seen? Well, we've seen, we saw a moose. That was the first one we see. Today we saw a fox. At Prudhoe Bay we saw caribou and all kinds of birds. We've seen, what else did we see? We haven't seen any muskox in Canada. I mean, in Canada we saw plenty of bears. In Canada we saw much more wildlife than here, to be honest about it. Golden anniversary, congrats, 500 watching. All right, 500, and the next one is going to be even more epic. I think the next one is going to be the countdown to the 250,000. How long have you both been on the road on this trip? We departed May 23rd, or was it 24th? 23rd. The inverter just turned off the fan. Or was it the refrigerators? Certain things in this RV make noise. So, king crab yet? No, we haven't had king crab yet either. That week in Fairbanks was kind of utilitarian, and we didn't go out for food much, but yeah, we have to do king crab, and of course we had halibut. Where did we have the halibut? That was amazing.
The Cuban place.
Oh, the Cuban place. Yeah, there's a Cuban restaurant in Fairbanks, the Jazz Bistro, and we
And the brewery was also there.
yeah we had the brewery, and then we also went. The Shacklefords, who are executive producers of the channel here, they invited us to the northernmost brewery, which is here there in Fairbanks, and I had the salmon, which was really good, and Illy had a halibut, like a fish and chips with halibut. That was crazy good. Letitia Carver, thank you for that super chat. Happy 4th of July. Beautiful pictures and videos. Thank you. Thank you. And I think that the culinary portion of this trip is going to be when we go back south, like Homer and Anchorage. I mean, I have more restaurants marked on the map than I can eat at. But I think that's more of the culinary area. Fairbanks doesn't seem to be like the culinary mecca of Alaska here. Maybe that the Pump House was really good, and the brewery was really good. The Cuban restaurant, it was good, but it wasn't like typical Cuban. I wouldn't call that Cuban food. It's a good fusion of Alaskan cuisine and Cuban cuisine, but it's not what you would typically order at Versailles in Miami. Thank you, Dreamcraft Journals, for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Super sticker, and it goes like rakt. Did you hear that Oregon lawmakers finally voted to end the state prohibition on self-serve gasoline pumps? Hallelujah! Yes, that's a law I can get behind. Jimmy DC, how are the mosquitoes? Oh, you don't want to know, man. Have you worn your head net yet? Actually, today I wore it for the first time this morning. To put away the generator. I ran the generator. It's been raining. We haven't really gotten much solar, and Starlink is a power hog. So last night I was in this Vista Point all by myself in the middle of nowhere. I ran that generator overnight and charged the battery fully. And this morning, of course, I had to put it away. And the mosquitoes were like swarming. They're not like the mosquitoes in Fairbanks. They were kind of like lethargic, and they were like, should I bite you? Should I not bite you? Maybe I will. No, this is just the sheer amount, this, as soon as they notice that there's something new or foreign in the area, they just swarm all around you, and even with bug spray, it's just annoying. Nash, yes, Cubans are everywhere. Yes, we are. Summer's going coastal. Thank you for that super chat. Enjoy a birthday IPA on your birthday live stream next Saturday. Next Saturday? You know what? Next Saturday live stream is probably going to be a travel day too, believe it or not. But let's see. We'll see if we can make it to Anchorage early enough. We should be able to. From Talkeetna to Anchorage is not that far. And Yahaira Marchetti celebrating 34 months as a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much. And greetings from Wingwood. Hugs and kisses. The very artsy part of town in Miami. Are there any or many harvest hosts up in Alaska? Have you run into any of your fans? Well, that first question, they are. We haven't gone to any. It's not... there are not too many, and they're like museums and I don't know. We just haven't had the chance to stay at one, but they're not as plentiful as in the lower 48. And I have run into several of my fans. In fact, one of I've seen him like 4 times. Because he's actually the only RV tech in this area, the only mobile RV tech in this area. So I see him at the KOA. We spent one whole week at that KOA in Fairbanks, and I saw him like every other day. Skipping around. Hello, Robert. I'm changing my 4-leaf springs on my Montana this weekend in preparation for a trip from Sebring, Florida to the PC Highway and the national parks in Wyoming and Montana by late September. Yeah, I mean, the roads are not that bad from... Well, Louisiana can be rough. Yahaira Marchetti, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Drink a beer in our name. And if I didn't have to still drive like 200 miles, I would have that beer right now. There's a lot of cold beer in this fridge. And let me tell you, after yesterday's and today's drive, Barry 81 Jones, thank you for that super chat. This morning's drive was particularly challenging because where we are north of the Brooks Range, and it was fine, but then you have to drive up to Adigan Pass. I mean, it was sprinkling, raining a little bit, and this is mud. I mean, you saw the picture of Minitini outside. It's just caked in mud. Once we got to the pass, there were clouds on the southern side of the pass, but very dense clouds and very downpour, and it was very stressful drive for a couple of hours, for sure. Robert, how heavy is your generator? I'm 64 and I can't lift like I used to. Do you have difficulty lifting it into your truck? Well, this is the thing. I decided to splurge and got me a Honda 2000, a 2200 for this trip. You guys haven't seen it yet. It was one of those impulse buys right before the trip. Like I bought it on Amazon like a week before the trip. I'm like, you know what? Carrying this 100-pound champion around is gonna get old, and let me tell you, it's being a blessing having the lighter generator. Is 50 pounds. It's less than 50 pounds empty, because I am not. I cannot. If I am hitched up, I cannot lower the tailgate all the way. Yeah, I know people have done the hack of like turning the jack around and all that. I'm not gonna do any of that, but this generator is so light that I can literally just open the tailgate and flip open the tonneau cover, and then I climb up there and I just grab the generator, put it on top of the tail of the the tailgate standing up there like that, and I just come down. I have my technique, and it's been working. The first 2 times was a little sketchy, but now I've got it down, and I wouldn't have been able to do that with the Champion. T&D Camping Adventures. Hello, Robert from Zion National Park, one of my favorite national parks. Have you ever driven Utah Highway 12? Beautiful drive from Bryce Canyon to Capitol Reef. Yes, that is an amazing drive. Yeah, and especially the hogback. You have to go past Capitol Reef all the way to Torrey. Oh wait, Torrey is Capitol Reef. Yeah, the part that goes through Grand Staircase, Escalante, and Kodachrome Basin. Yeah, it's amazing. Bienes y Raíces, Robert, what beer you like? I'm usually into IPAs. I mean, I'm not a beer snob by any means. I'll have a Miller Lite if there's nothing else. But I like IPAs. I like Cigar City IPA from Tampa will be one of my favorites. Here, the one from Hoodoo Brewery, the IPA from Hoodoo Brewery is really good from Fairbanks, Alaska. And I like my Dogfish Head 90 Minutes, and I like a good Lagunitas. So there you go. Happy Canada Day, Canadian. That's tomorrow, isn't it? Aux anciens Canadiens. And El Mandalorian, excellent idea to buy a lighter generator just in case you got a grizzly bear keeping an eye on you. They can smell your excellent picadillo from 2 miles away. Yeah. I haven't been cooking much because since we've been boondocking, we've been conserving water. It's a long story. Thank you, Kirk J, for that super sticker. An orange suitcase with travel stickers. Yep. That's something I can get behind. And Jeremy Smith, thank you for that super chat. The first super chat from Jeremy Smith. So thank you so much. And hello, Robert. Love your content and hope to travel the country one soon too. Yeah, definitely. It's enjoy your travels, because there's so much to see anywhere. I mean, right now this trip is overall has been like fireworks when it comes to travel destinations, right? We've done the Rocky Mountains, and we did Yellowstone National Park, Glacier National Park, the Canadian Rockies, Banff, Lake Louise. I mean, it's been one of those where it's hard to take a bad picture, and you haven't seen most of what we've seen. You know, I can't wait. I wish I had more time to edit, but it is what it is. Yeah. I'm having a Dogfish Head 90-minute at the moment. There you go. That's it. You got good taste in beer. Hey, Dylan Reynolds, congratulations on your graduation. It's exciting that you're starting the next stage in your life. I'm wishing you all the best of the best. I didn't read that message. I didn't see it, but congratulations, Dylan. That is great. Dennis Bignell, what is more enjoyable, destination, editing downtime, or the journey to and from destination? Well, everything has its pros and its cons. Of course, editing and downtime, even though I enjoy the work tremendously, I mean, it's still work, right? And I don't like being static as much, but when I'm at the studio, at the Flagami studio back in Miami, it's more comfortable. I have two 4K monitors. It's more comfortable to edit. Editing on the road has its challenges. I like the destinations, but I also like the journey. I really like the journey. I really like seeing the scenery change constantly. And here on the Dalton Highway has been great. Does the Honda 2200 generator start your air conditioner? Yes, it does. This Truma Aventa has really low power consumption, and it does have a built-in soft start. The life and sad ending, why aren't you outside? Because there's a gazillion mosquitoes out there. Besides, I like to do this on my desktop computer, which is not as trivial to take it outside as the laptop. Alaska is a huge state. Lots of people underestimate the state when traveling. Yeah, it's bigger than Texas. And right now we are exploring the unpopulated northern half of it. But starting tomorrow, we're heading south. I mean, Denali is still kind of unpopulated, but then after that, Anchorage, there's a bunch of small towns in the southern half of the state. El Mandalorian, I can imagine all the stories you got from great travels, awesome experiences, and yeah, and awesome experiences, and also when things don't go as planned, it's also a good story to tell, right? Like a couple of days ago, right before the Arctic Circle, actually, right? We were about to stop at Finger Mountain, and I get out of the car to take a picture of Finger Mountain. And what do I hear? Our water pump is running, and with one of the bumps on the road, somehow it triggered the faucet in the kitchen sink. And mind you, we're going on this trip where there are no dump stations, and probably half the gray tank filled up. I have no idea. So we've been conserving water for many days. Casita RV Live, hello, our friend Greg. Do you have any? You have a traveler's heart, traveling Robert. Thank you, Greg. And I do. I just love. And Dylan Reynolds, closing out the old and starting the new. Good for you, brother. And Jeffrey Reese from the Silver State. Hello there. Maybe you are still in Miami. Just kidding. No, no, mosquitoes in I underestimated Alaska mosquitoes. They're vicious little creatures. Where will you be on your birthday? Either en route or at Anchorage, Alaska. Well, I'll be in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm just gonna arrive in Anchorage that day. Gabriel's Holistic Care. Do you find editing your videos on the road with a laptop more of a challenge because of the size of the hard drive? Not necessarily, and I'm not editing on a laptop on the road anymore. I bought myself a Mac Studio, with the largest hard drive I could afford. But then again, I can't show you, but I have dozens of these hard drives. Relatively inexpensive. They're slow, but to store footage long term is good. Then I move it into the internal hard drive of the computer to edit, and that's been working really well. Jen on Wheels said, we're seriously thinking of traveling to Michigan next year. We'll be rewatching your videos. What's your favorite part? Oh, Michigan, and probably Mackinac Island, to be honest about it. It's a unique place. The Upper Peninsula, very nice. And if you go near Dearborn, the Henry Flagler Museum. Gar says, on the road, Robert, have you done any memorable hikes yet? Not really. We haven't really done any hikes. I was going to do the Marion Creek hike, but I decided not to do it. I have several hikes planned for southern Alaska. Well, rewind. Not in Alaska, but I wouldn't consider, there were not long, challenging hikes, but we did a very nice hike in Lake Louise and Moraine Lake in the Canadian Rockies. Oh, losing my voice. That must be lack of IPA here. Well, we've got 15 more minutes, and today I'm wrapping up right on the dot because we still have some miles to go here. We want to get to Fairbanks while it is still daytime. Oh wait, it's always daytime in Fairbanks this time of the year. Well, the sun does set, but it comes back every 3 hours later. Never gets dark. Jeffrey Reese, sorry we're late. We just got back from a day trip to Donner Memorial State Park outside of Truckee, California. I hear Truckee is a beautiful town right there on the lake. What's the name of the lake? Lake Tahoe. Jeez. What did we miss? Jeff and Sandra from Carson City, Nevada. Oh, you missed the best part when I showed the picture of Minnie Teeny covered in mud. Because if you see the thumbnail for this video, it is clean. What's tomorrow's stop from Mom Plus 5? Tomorrow is one of those days where we're gonna be lingering. I have to fix something, and I don't know if it is the truck or the trailer, but my running lights are not working on the trailer. Luckily, we're not gonna drive at night anytime soon, but it has to be fixed. I had a hiccup, and there was some kind of power spike at some point, and one of the breakers on the trailer tripped, the one that controls all the 12-volt systems, so I lost my jacks and all that. But it was a simple reset. But I'm afraid that there may be something else that needs to be reset, or maybe it's a fuse on the truck. So tomorrow I'm gonna be troubleshooting all that. Now that I have access to a Home Depot or a friendly RV tech. Mercy de la O. Thank you for sharing your travels. Just came back from a 2-week trip from the Midwest, and all your shows helped us plan a great road trip with safe travels. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked those. Have you tagged the dead horse yet? We were there the yesterday, and I forgot to put a sticker on the sign there. But I did put one here at the Yukon River camp. If you ever pass by here, and I put one at the Arctic Circle sign. I'll bet the Jim in DC. I bet the drone shots are spectacular. Yeah, most of the Dalton Highway is actually BLM land. It's a BLM corridor, and there's no air traffic whatsoever. I mean, they have some small airports, but so I've been flying a little bit. I got some great shots. Christopher Olson, thank you all. I'm off to bed. Bye from Sweden. Good night, Sweden. I know it's late where you are. And Jen on Wheels, I cannot wait for the videos. Your updates have been great. Thank you so much for sharing. You're welcome. You're welcome. And as you know, editing, the type of video that I make takes a long time to edit. So it's going to be probably at least a month till you see anything from Alaska. TTT, hello, Robert Ely, Mom, and everyone. A little late to the chat, but we made it. Well, thank you for making it. Thank you for being here. And Radus Tufarak. Good evening, Robert, moderators, and the Pelican Heads. Greetings and happy Friday. I'm a bit late. What did I miss? Well, in a nutshell, we are still in the most remote areas of Alaska, on the Dalton Highway, on the north shore of the Yukon River right now. There's nothing here if we didn't have Starlink. Muddy trailer equals great adventure. I think so too. Any plans for fireworks watching up there? Oh, we're going to be by Denali National Park on the 4th of July. I don't know if they do any fireworks. My gypsy adventure. Tomorrow is my 62nd birthday, and I'm buying myself a lifetime national park pass as a present to myself. You and your wife have plans for your birthdays? Well, we went to the pump house for hers and for mine. We don't have any plan yet, but I'm sure we're going to find probably... we're probably going to 49th State Brewery in Anchorage, but I don't know yet. No plans. Alaska is 2.5 times bigger than Texas. There you go. It doesn't look as big on the map, just because of the way maps are made. But yeah, it is huge. And Jan and Will's worth the wait. Thank you. Yes, it's. I think they're gonna be great episodes. Garces on the road. We had a similar issue when we ran out of 12 volt at 2 a.m. on Oscar Scherer State Park. Was not fun. That reset button is. Yeah. There's one reset button right on the tongue of the trailer, and we did reset that one, but I don't know what's going on with the. We're also getting no charge from the truck, so I have a feeling it may be a fuse on the truck, but so what's gas going up there? Well, here in northern Alaska, this is not Fairbanks. It was like $4.30, which is funny because the gas station has a lower price, like $3.85 for heating oil. I don't need heating oil. I need gas. Here is $7.50 on the Dalton Highway. Lee Green, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the hours of entertainment, and you're very welcome. And we'll put those $20 to good use. Robert, salmon cooked over an open fire on cedar plank. OMG. A must, and a bottle of cold white wine. Wow, safe travels. Larry on Long Island. We gotta figure out where they sell those and get some of those. The reset button is magical. Thank you, Lee Green, for the super chat. Thank you, Brody, and the RV DJ here. Everybody. Robert, if you're planning to pass by Dallas, Texas area, reach out. And my wife will cook arepas con ropa vieja y una buena colada. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. We're gonna go back to Texas at some point. I don't know when. We went to Texas last winter trip. Last January. And we loved it. We loved Dallas. What a great city. You will find outstanding IPAs at Anchorage Brewing Company. Cheers. We'll check it out. And 61 Caddy on Route 66 celebrates 6 months as a Chief Pelican Head. Wishing you and all the Pelican Heads a very happy 4th of July. Safe and happy travels on America's birthday. Absolutely. And did I read this one? Well, in case I didn't, thank you, Tommy G, for that super chat. Thank you. And William Brody, thank you for that super chat for something for an IPA. Absolutely. Thank you very much, everybody. Florida Sojourners, blessings to you and Ely for safe travels. We love your show. Thank you so much. Can you see Russia from where you're at? No, but the guide that we had at the Arctic Ocean, he did tell us the place from where you can literally see Russia, and he's been saying that there's been a lot of tension lately, but there are 2 little islands on the Bering Strait, and one belongs to the USA and one belongs to Canada. The big Diomede is Russia, the small Diomede is America, and I don't think there's anybody there. That's like way up there. I would love to visit someday, but I don't think there's anything on either island. So, fun fact: you can actually see Russia from here. How many of you? 547 watching. It says here. Wow. I'm gonna start wrapping this one up, guys. Because as I said, it's a travel day and it's still early here. It's 2 p.m. here in Alaska. Sandra Winters, thank you for that super chat. Greetings from Carson City, Nevada. Sorry for being late to your live stream here, and cheer to you for gas money IPA from Sandra Winters. Thank you so much. Vincent Baham, woohoo, Robert, you're the man. And what are you doing, Hawaii? Someday, no rush. Jim Silver, Jim and Can from Pennsylvania, say hi and have a good weekend. You too. I guess you gotta play by ear with the 4th of July plans. That was the thing, when I made the plan for the trip, and I even had to change some dates because it was very difficult to get the tour. Hello from Atlantic City, and Holly M. Johnson, que volá, los duros de los duros. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody, and Ely says, by the way, 6 months as a Chief Pelican Head. Chief Pelican Head, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Yeah, we had a fun time for Ely's birthday, and 13 years later we went to the same place where we went. Back in the day, 13 years ago, we flew to Fairbanks, rented the Ford Escape, and came on the Dalton Highway. And then the same day that we came back from the Dalton Highway, we went to dinner at this place, the Pump House. Okay, we got 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Seeing any polar bears? Apparently not this time of the year. Apparently this time of the year you can see grizzly, which we didn't see any either. So, bigger cities in Alaska have fireworks, but mostly around midnight, according to Google. Yeah, that's the thing. Around midnight is the only time when it gets dark enough for you to appreciate the fireworks. Like I said, where we are right now, let me look at my app here, which I use my radar for most things on Android. Sunset today, where we are. Get a load of this. Sunset where we are is going to be at 1:26 a.m. and sunrise is at 2:30 a.m. Of course, we are in daylight savings time and we are kind of off the center of the time zone. So the true astronomical midnight is around 2 a.m. and the true meridian noon is at 2 a.m. at 2 p.m. as well. So yeah, we get here at the Yukon River 1 hour of nighttime, which is not really nighttime, just the sun sets a little bit and then comes back out. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for choosing to spend your Friday evening here with me. I want to wish you. I'm gonna whip up an espresso and hit the road. Yeah, we're doing that right now. Yeah, about 3 hours to Fairbanks. I don't know, 2.5. I have to ask Google. It's probably gonna be more because there's construction by the Hess Creek bridge, and yeah, I'm talking like I know the Dalton Highway like the back of my hand, but I don't. In any case, have a great 4th of July. Happy birthday, America, United States, and see you not next Friday, but possibly next Saturday. Same time. Well, we may do it at a different time. Stay tuned for that one. I'll tweet it or something. I have no idea when we're gonna do it yet. I always sing at the end of the live stream, don't I? And I'm riding in my RV whenever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody.